Hey, and welcome back to Bourbon Blind, where the guys drink what you guys pick. The trick is they don't know what they're drinking, so if you want to recommend a bottle and want to see it on the show, please feel free to drop us a comment at the comment section, or you can email us at bourbonblindtasting@gmail.com. With that being said, tonight's pick comes from Tony Crackett. Thank you so much for your input, and let me show you what bottle they're drinking. So as always, I won't be saying what this bottle is because the guys are right over there. And I don't really want them to know. And with that, let me go get them.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon Blind. We're here again with Jay. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jay.
So, we taste whiskey. We don't know what it is. We think about it. We'll let you know kind of what we taste, what we smell, and what we're willing to pay for it. Not necessarily what it sits on the shelf for, but what we would be willing to pay to drink that, basically. Sometimes it works out in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. And we've had definitely had some surprises, and good and bad. But that's why we're here. That's why we do this. And some of those ones that sit on the shelf are pretty inexpensive and are kind of easy to get. I mean, it's nice to know that you really like it because you tasted it blind, and you'd be willing to pay 3 times what it sits on the shelf for. So.
And sometimes it's fun when it's spectacularly off.
Right. And sometimes you pay way too much for a bottle.
Oh, yeah. We've all been there.
So, anyway, guys, cheers.
Cheers.
Nice dark color on that.
Smells wonderful.
Kind of a goldish amber. I think you definitely get those standard.
Get caramel right
I was
off
gonna say
the bat.
caramel, vanilla.
Right off the bat, caramel.
Almost getting like a raspberry kind of flavor in there.
Yeah.
Kind of that dark fruity, almost like a fresh red fruity.
Definitely some fruit. It's got very, very thick legs. Look at that.
Yeah, mine's just now starting to run on some of that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So it's gonna.
Hopefully it's got a little bit of age on there. It doesn't have a whole lot of ethanol on the nose. I think it is a little bit higher proof. I haven't tasted it yet, but just going off the nose, it smells like it's got some little bit of kick behind it. So, anyway, guys, cheers.
Here we go.
Ooh, I like that. Again, like a brown sugar, caramel, vanilla.
Very vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a nice slow heat going down, so that's always nice. That's very pleasant.
Yeah, it's still going. I can feel it going down there.
Yeah, but very good flavor. Lot going on there. Get a little bit of a spice on the back end. Mm-hmm. Just a bit of a...
Not too much.
No.
Almost get like a chocolate on the
Yes, nose. I was trying to put my finger on what it was.
Right.
Chocolate is definitely it. There's a chocolate cocoa component there.
Mm-hmm. Get some more of that brown sugar, kind of honey molasses almost. Like a little more of the chocolate, I think, in there.
Almost a bready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little bit of a bread taste to it, so maybe some wheat in there.
Maybe it definitely coats the mouth.
Yeah,
like it's pretty oily. It's pretty thick. You guys will see on the legs. I'm trying to do a close up. Actually, it should have already happened, but yeah,
It's very nice. I like it.
I don't want to add water to this, man.
I was gonna say I don't think that would help this. I think it would actually detract. This would for sure be something I would sip regularly.
Oh man. Hopefully it's not very expensive because
I don't know about
like
the proof. I don't know that it's super high. I've been wrong before.
Right.
So
hey,
me,
I've been wrong too.
it doesn't seem like it's that high a proof.
We've all been wrong.
But it's very tasty.
I think it's definitely north of the 100 mark, either at or above that 100 mark.
I definitely would say that.
I don't think it's 90 proof-ish. I don't think so.
Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be something 90 to 100 for sure. Gonna try it, eh?
Yeah, it's for science.
You put a bunch in there.
It's for science, man.
I don't think I'm gonna go that much.
Doing this for you guys. I'm just ruining my whiskey.
I'm just hitting it with a couple.
Ooh. More of the floral fruity notes on it.
Yeah, that opened it a lot.
Yeah.
That for sure gives you some different smells. I think the woodiness
I was
came out.
just about to say that.
That just brought the woodiness out just instantly.
Fruity, floral, woody.
And that
Oh man, that's smooth, just mellow, almost like definitely more of the sugary stuff. I'd say on the back end, the finish of it.
that definitely I'm getting more brown sugar with the water, so for sure, definitely some caramelized sugar. Let's just eat a brownie and have this.
Speaking of brownie, more of the chocolatey. I'm getting more of the chocolate in there on the end.
Yeah, whatever this is, I'm gonna get it.
If you don't have it already, it's on your list now.
It is on my list for sure.
Yeah, definitely more like the vanilla, caramel, chocolate.
And we can't say you can't say enough about that. It's
Right.
that's the dimensions of it. It's definitely kind of a chocolate, vanilla, caramel, malty, bready in there.
It's really, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, it's pretty complex.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we hit a lot on the, caramel, vanilla kind of flavors, your standard bourbon flavors, as I like to call them. But I mean, there's a lot more in there that's going on than just that.
And there's no burn, really. I mean, it's got a slow, sweet heat right on the end. So
I can still feel it.
yeah,
Feel it going down.
it's nice.
It's so before I give it I'm going to go ahead and give it one last nose and taste, and at its full glory, if you will.
I definitely think I like it better with no water.
I do too, but I will say the water didn't destroy it.
No.
By any means, it did not destroy it.
So if you were to throw an ice cube in there, it would be okay.
Jay likes the ice cube,
I do. What can I say?
but I don't. It wouldn't destroy this.
No,
at all.
it would very much enhance it, yeah. But I do like it neat.
Oh man, that's good. Well, guys, if you can get this, I'm going to say go ahead and just get it.
I'm very curious to see what this is. But I definitely think it's in the 100 range.
For, I think more than that.
Going higher.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm going to say what I'd be willing to pay for it, price-wise. I might be in that $80 to $90 mark. I mean, I'm up there.
For sure.
I mean, it's... what do you think?
I mean, I think...
What would you be willing to pay to have that on your shelf? in your
Wow.
cabinet?
Okay, so when you put it that way, I think I'm going to go higher. I'd even say maybe 120.
I can see that.
I would pay that So, but I've been known to pay a lot for what I go after, so
We all have.
I'm guilty.
We're all guilty. If you're watching this, you're probably guilty
Yeah.
too. Speaking of being guilty, hit that like and subscribe button, especially the subscribe. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway.
Oh.
So let me know what you guys think. A 2-ounce sample for every 10 subscribers that we get. So if we get 20 subscribers, someone's winning 2 samples. If we get 100 subscribers, someone's winning 10. If we get 1,000 subscribers, I can come up with 100 different bottles. And someone's going to win 100 samples.
If you haven't noticed.
For the record, that's 200 ounces of whiskey.
Wow.
That would be,
Phenomenal.
what, 25 ounces a bottle, 4 bottles per 100 ounces. That's a lot of whiskey, guys.
Yeah. So tell your friends.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I love it. That's a lot of work for you.
It is a lot of work, but at the same time, you know, it helps the channel get out there. The feedback we've gotten so far is pretty awesome. People like it.
It would be an instant way for someone who's new to bourbon to be able to actually, you know, wrap their mind around all these different flavor profiles that we talk about. So.
And I mean, when I say giveaway, I'm not talking about just like, you know, Jack Daniels or Jim Beam or even Wild Turkey. I really like Wild Turkey. I hate to throw those in with the other two, but I mean, I had limited edition bottles. I might even do, you know, contact them and let them know what we have here and what they want to taste and do something like that. I mean, we're open. You guys let us know.
It would encourage folks to go back and watch the other videos, the older videos also, and you could say, I want to try this one that you reviewed and this one that you reviewed. So
right.
That would be, yeah. So.
Yeah. No,
Right,
I like that. I want to
idea.
try that, you know.
It's a good idea.
So, I don't know. We're open to suggestions, you guys. Throw some in the comments. Also in the comments, go ahead and put at least one bottle that you guys would like to see on the show for us to review. And Erin will put it on her short list and try and make that happen. So, but yeah, $80 to $100, I'd feel very comfortable with on this. Jay said he'd go up to 120.
I'm gonna go higher.
I don't think I would feel bad at 120. Honestly, it's
Nice.
Should we see what it is?
Most definitely.
Let's make it happen. Would you like to do the honors this time, Jay?
Sure.
Oh my gosh!
What do you think about
Oh my gosh! That is not what I was expecting at all.
that? Wow. So it's a Dickel
Oh,
12-year.
No, I don't think it says number 12
excuse
recipe, not 12
And
year.
it's 90 proof, so it is a low. It's a lower proof.
So, I would say it actually tricked us, and it has a lot of flavor for being a 90 proof.
Yes.
A lot of flavor for being a 90 proof.
I stick with everything I said. I would drink this daily.
I did not expect that one bit. I really didn't get a whole lot of ethanol burn, but you get that. I mean, it's a flavor. There's a lot of flavor in there. Usually when that happens, when you get that huge punch of flavor with the little, very little burn, usually it's something really well aged, well balanced. You know, I mean, usually that's in your premium whiskeys.
They've been doing this a while.
They have been doing it a while. They're actually, George Dickel is actually like 30 minutes from here.
Tullahoma, it says.
Yep, it's about 30 minutes from here.
So I'm gonna tell you something. I am not a Dickel fan. I never have been a Dickel fan. So this is really good for me.
Right?
So I'm trying to think, by looking at this bottle, what makes this different from the other Dickels that I've tried. And I'm not. Maybe you can share this.
I don't
What
know.
do you know about it? It's a small batch, I see.
Yeah, and it's the number 12 recipe. It's honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I know that's a new thing for me.
We've got our homework cut out. We're gonna have to go research and figure out.
It just says years longer than our classic number 8 barrels. And I think it used to be a 12-year, and the 8
That's-
used to be an 8-year.
Right.
And then the whiskey boom happened, and they didn't have enough barrels, so they had to start pulling stuff off the shelf early. Like Elijah Craig and a bunch of other stuff have lost their age statement. They try and keep that same flavor profile as much as they can. Obviously, I think something is lost, kind of like lost in translation, if you will. But obviously, they're doing something right. That I had no. Wow, I am speechless.
So, what is the price point on this? Do you know?
I bought this a while ago. I want to say it's like around $20, $25 for a liter. This is a liter bottle. It's not even a 750.
Yeah.
So
Spectacularly off.
yeah, that is not what I was expecting at all.
No, but it's good.
And this is something I've had a lot on my shelf for a while, like I said, and I bought it a while ago, and I haven't really visited it. I think I tasted it, and I was like, yeah, it's all right.
So I see where this bottle is at, meaning you've had a few pours off of this. So how long? Can you tell us how long you've had this bottle? How long has it had to open up and oxidize?
Probably close to a year. I mean, we can go back and see the footage. You guys will know about where it was beforehand. I mean, there was 3 pretty good pours out of it. So, I mean, it was probably up a little bit higher. This is something I would hand people if they wanted to mix with Coke or something, and I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would make a delicious cocktail.
Yeah, it really would. And you don't feel bad about it at the price point. Like I said,
No.
I think it was at that like $20, $25 price point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I stick with everything I said. I'm gonna hunt this guy down. I'm gonna see if I can find him, because I'd like to add him to my collection.
You know, I've heard the George Dickel rye. I've been kind of on the lookout for. I haven't had a chance to taste it yet, but supposedly it's a really good, well-aged rye. It is out of MGP. But it's supposed to be fairly well aged, and for the price point, I think it's like $25 a bottle, and it's supposed to be really good. So that's on my short list of stuff to buy too. I see it at stores. I just have other things. You know how it is. You go into a store and you go, well, you know, I need this, this, and this. It's cheap. It's a staple, but ooh, shiny! Look at that.
Yeah, we've all been there. I was recently in a store, and I won't mention the name of the store right now, but I was recently in a store. I was picking up a couple of bottles they were holding for me, and I noticed they had a Dickel store pick, and I picked that up, and I haven't opened it, as happens with a lot of bottles I buy, but I'm going to.
You're gonna
I
do
am
it
now. I'm gonna go right home. And
I've seen them pop up fairly regularly. They have 10, 12, 14-year store pick George Dickel.
Yeah.
That people get. I mean, guys, it's the latter part of 2018. I mean, at this point, a 14-year whiskey sitting on the shelf is almost unheard of in the bourbon whiskey world. Yeah, scotches, you can find them. You know what I mean? They're out there. They're usually expensive. But a 14-year American whiskey sitting on the shelf, that's just not something you find very often anymore. I mean,
so an interesting fact that I read recently: the average income of the bourbon enthusiast today is about $75,000 a year.
really,
Yep, that's the average income of a bourbon enthusiast.
that's a pretty good income.
That's pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all know that you have to have sort of a pretty good amount of disposable income to indulge in this hobby. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Either most people I see, either you drink a lot and you just like whiskey,
Yeah.
and you don't have many bottles sitting on the shelf, which is fine,
Sure.
or you buy stuff way faster than the rate at which you can drink it, and you end up with stuff shoved in closets and cases and laundry rooms.
I don't know about you, but I'm always waiting for when I can have a bunch of people over to try some stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah, you and me both.
I had, on the 4th of July, I had a get-together, and I had some friends over, and I pulled out a Russell's Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone there had never had it. And I tried to tell them it was delicious. And So at the end of this party, you know, they were very much wanting to go out and find Russell's Reserve, and that's what I love about having a lot of different bottles around, is being able to share that. So
I have bottles here that I don't really care for, but I like to keep them around because someone might like them. Right? So they all wanted the bottle.
Yeah, by the end of it, they all wanted to go out and get some Russell's Reserve. And that's the greatest thing about having a lot of bottles around, is being able to share those with everybody. And now I'm going to open my Dickel store pick and share it with everybody.
And that's what it's all about, guys. I mean, we all like to get the cool, rare bottles and stuff, and a lot of people are afraid to open them. Some people just like to collect them, which, I mean, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. But don't be afraid to open them, guys. I promise next month there's going to be another bottle that you want, if not more than one. So, I mean, it's the way everything is going right now. I mean, stuff's coming out so quickly right now that, hey, you probably couldn't even buy it all. I mean, most people couldn't even afford to, even if you could find it all. And, I mean, it's... just open it and drink it. That's what it's there for. I mean, I promise you, there's more out there. It's coming. Like, distilleries are building warehouses like it's going out of style, and...
when they don't fall down.
Yeah, when they don't fall down. Poor 1792. Feel bad, because I love it.
Rest in peace.
Right, in pieces. Hopefully not. Yeah, they're building way more, guys, and there's new stuff coming out all the time. New distilleries are getting bigger, increasing production. I mean, it's not going anywhere. You know, it's not. Share it with your friends, make memories, and that's what it's for. That's what it's for. So,
well said.
With that, until next week, drink blind.
Blindly drink.